Hello, everybody. I'm the first Georgian speaking here, so it feels like I'm your host in the country. I hope you enjoy your time here. Yeah, that's the remote. Let me check. I'm gonna find the spot. Okay, perfect. Uh, yeah, I'm Giorgi Popiashvili. I was presented as a designer, and this is actually how I started my career as a graphic designer. But graphic designer 20 years ago in Georgia, it was, I don't know what it was. It was just me figuring it out, like what I want to do, what I enjoy doing. And it happened to be design in the beginning. Then I moved to different fields. And basically, what I want to show you today is just different projects from different fields that I did. And as you can see later on, these fields are pretty much diverse. And I don't know, it feels like nowadays it's something that is very relevant and important to be able to move from field to field, especially with the raising of AI tools and everything, what is happening nowadays. But even before, like I could hear the narrative that people should be able to move from field to field, and it for me it happened naturally. It was not something I planned or strategized, but yeah, I really enjoy just bouncing from different fields. So let me just show you one piece from each field, and I hope you're gonna enjoy it. Okay. So yeah, after graphic design, I moved to advertising, and I worked as an art director, as a creative director, and there was several. There was a period when I had my own agency in Georgia, but very important years in advertising career for me was when I studied in Germany at Miami Art School. And the project I want to show you is something that I did at BBDO Proximity Berlin. I came up with this idea when I was interning at this agency. And yeah, let's see the project. The client was Smart for Two, Mercedes, and brief was to do something non-standard, like not a classic advertising, but something that is more like out of the box, let's say. And yeah, this is where we came up.
Parking in the city isn't fun unless you drive a smart Ford 2. To let people experience this, we created an app that turns test drives into the world's first interactive parking game, Park King. This is how it works. Remember musical chairs? The music stops, you find a chair, the last one's out. Park King works just like that, but when the music stops, you have to find a parking spot. We launched our app with a competition for the Berlin Smart Center. 8 teams battled each other to become Berlin's first Park Kings. While the app played music, the teams drove through central Berlin, where parking is a nightmare. When the music stopped, everybody had to find a parking spot and verify it by uploading a photo. The last team was out, and the next round started. Until only the winners were left. In the end, our Park Kings drove home with a leasing contract for a brand new Smart. And our competition generated so many test drives in Berlin that smart dealers all over Europe plan to host events to let people experience the fun of parking a Smart for two. So, who will be the next Park King?
Yep, that was this project. Thank you. And I was lucky because the project got 2 silver lions, and it was quite a big thing for me, for a Georgian guy. uh, uh, what else? Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, after a while in advertising, you have to work with the directors, and I really love the shooting scene. Like I love being there, and I really enjoy that environment, that world. And at some point, this is something that I appreciate about Georgia, that you can do things here that nobody would allow you to do elsewhere. I mean, in the developed countries, I would say nobody would give me a chance to direct a commercial. I don't know, outside in Georgia, at least with the experience that I had. But here I could experiment, I could do things, and I directed already maybe above 10 commercials, and this is probably one of my favorites that I did.
Can discipline desire, whether one can curb it, is a deeper question altogether, which is, what do you desire? What makes you itch? What sort of a situation would you like? What would you like to do if money were no object? How would you really enjoy spending your life? Let's go through with it. What do you want to do? When we finally got down to something which the individual says he really wants to do, I will say to him, you do that, and forget the money. Because if you say that getting the money is the most important thing, you will spend your life completely wasting your time. You'll be doing things you don't like doing in order to go on living, that is, to go on doing things you don't like doing, which is stupid. Better to have a short life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way. And so, therefore, it's so important to consider this question. What do I desire?
Thank you. We got awarded at Black Sea for film. I think it was bronze. I don't remember. Back to design. As I said, I started as a graphic designer, but I kind of moved to advertising for a while. But today I'm coming back to graphic design. But I picked a very specific field, the most precious for me, which is wine industry. I love wine. I love wine world. I love everything that is connected to wine, and no wonder I'm Georgian. So I created a brand, 8K, 8K.ge. If you want to see other projects as well, you can check them out. This is just latest label that I did. And as I said, the rest you can see there. This is something I'm trying to pursue even today, because again, I enjoy the wine world. I enjoy that it's very free. You can basically do whatever you want. It's not that standardized as other packaging, I would say, specifically in alcohol field. And I love drinking wine with my label on it. It's music, and I cheated a bit here, so it's not the music that I did actually. It was basically connected to advertising, but this specific piece was very music driven, and of course the music had its own team, music producer, composers, singers, etc. But I was heavily involved. It was also another project that I directed, and this was the soundtrack. And Also, a brief introduction. The company we were working was wine, again, wine brand, but it was very interesting brand. It was, I don't know how familiar you are with the wine industry in Georgia, but it's very traditional. And Icano was the first brand who targeted young people in Georgia. So they actually had to break a lot of stereotypes around wine. And what we tried with music was to take two very contradictory things, diametrically different things, and try to combine it. Because that's what we were actually doing with communication. We were combining very heavy traditional world of Georgian wine and something very new and young, let's say. So we took Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit and combined it with the Georgian polyphonic folk singing. So this is what we came up with.
Wow. Nice. Wow.
But music is not there. Do we have the sound?
Load up on guns and bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend she's overboard and self-assured. Oh no, I know a dirty world. Hello, 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 hello. With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now. Entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now. Entertain us, yeah. I'm worse than what I do best, and for this gift I feel blessed. Our little group has always been and always will until the end. Hello, 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 hello. With the lights out, it's less dangerous. Here we are now. Entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now. Entertain us. I'm a mulatto and albino and mosquito. My libido and denial, and denial, and denial, and denial, and denial.
Thank you. Thank you. What is next? Yeah. So yeah, we were super happy that we were awarded at London International Award. We got the silver for music adaptation. Yeah, I even did acting. That's the trailer. But I'm not gonna show the full thing. I'm embarrassed of it.
Apple-ის ოფიციალური პარტნიორი ალტა წარმოგიდგენთ ფორმულა კრეატივის ახალ ფილმს.
ეს არის ჩემი პოემა, არმაზის დაბრუნება.
არ მეცნობა ვაფშე. კინოს გადავედი თორემ.
მირიამ ბარათავნი თავის ფილმში მიღეთ. დედა უხთისა, მზეო მარიამ. ძმაო ჩემო და მეფეო ჩემო.
აღკვეთეთ ეს დრამა, ჩვენა კომედიას ვიდა.
კინოში თამაში გოგო, გინდა კოჭები დაგიხურით.
სადენს უნდა შეეხვეწრო ბედნიერი იყო, კარგი?
Okay.
I think it's not. Anyways, it was fun. It was fun, and I don't know if you're. Most probably you're not if you're not Georgian, but it's one of the main TV shows here. Friends of my wife, I guess, would be the translation. And basically, these are my friends who are doing this TV show. And when they told me that when they came up with and they made a separate movie, which was not really part of the TV show. And when they came up with this character, a director, they said like all the characteristics that we attached to this character was very familiar, was very similar to who you are. And they were like, you want to try it? And I was like, yeah, why not? And it was really fun. I hate my acting, but anyways, yeah, it was very, very precious experience for me. I mean, industrial design, I would not say I got into it very much, but I kind of tried a couple of things. And this is, for instance, the clock design. And there's a rubber belt on top of it. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, and at some point I end up in game development as well. There was a point when I thought whatever app you do, if you do it, if you put it on the App Store, you are a millionaire. So I was like, yeah, maybe I should try it. And we teamed up with Giorgi, my friend over there, from Lemondo, and I came up with this idea of a game and the visuals, and Lemondo and our friends helped us to develop it. So we basically did it together. Let's see the gameplay. It's a funny game. It's a terrible game to play, and that's the fun part of it. It's very hard. I mean, in this screen recording, you're not gonna probably guess how hard it is, but so it's basically your screen, and you have to tap and climb up the screen. And you have to escape the water, and you have to maintain the balance so you don't fall. And also you shouldn't hit the wall with your head. It's called Split Masters. Is it still on App Store? So yeah, if you're interested, you can try it out later on. Yeah, we had the overall above 1 million downloads and 250K income turnover. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was fun.
No millionaires.
Yeah, no millionaire. Painting is something I'm trying now to explore. I just somehow, I'm getting older and older with time, of course, and I'm kind of thinking like what I want to do besides drinking wine when I'm old. I just like the idea of me in my cellar having the canvas and painting and getting money for that. So this is one of the first paintings. Actually, it's third that I did with oil. Yeah, it's called Crusader, and then it's basically reproducing the Saint George image, which is one of the main saints in Georgia. Well, probably you know the guy killing dragon with on the horse. So it's honestly, I don't know what I wanted to say with this idea. Probably that's the main values are not attached to time, and I mean, fighting evil is as relevant today as it was in the times of Saint George. So yeah, that's basically it. And the canvas is pretty big. This is just to show you the scale. Oh, that's another thing I want to flex about. This is my window in my studio, and I put the stickers from Magritte's painting. So basically, when I look through the window, I see Magritte's painting Golconda. If you have seen it, with the Raining Man is called, I think. And okay, that's the last piece, the fun one, and there are no kids here, so it's adult content is coming. I just saw the cacti in my somewhere, I don't remember, and it looked like a penis with many balls. And and I was thinking then, what could human plant, if human would be plant, if you deduct everything besides reproducing, what's gonna be left? So that's what I did. It's kind of work in progress. Maybe I will paint it. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. I think that was it. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoy the project and have fun in Georgia.